Kitzbühel, Austria, a small medieval town in the Alps known for its famous mountain, the Hahnenkamm, the most treacherous and fiercest ski course in the world alpine circuit. Brian Stemmle, a native of Aurora, Ontario, competed for the Canadian national team for 15 years. He remembers the Hahnenkamm real well.
It's like going on your scariest amusement park ride that you're terrified to go on and getting down and wanting to go back up and do it right again. When you stand in the starting gate and you're like this, you are looking at the first gate between your ski tips and you're going 120 kilometers an hour in 7 seconds. And it's just, a lot of guys have fallen there. It's the history.
The mountain that put skiers' lives in peril since 1931, when annual races were held there. On January 14, 1989, Brian Stemmle's life was about to change.
He's down! Stemmle has gone down! Brian Stemmle, who is coming back after knee surgery, has gone down. You talked about him going wide. He seemed to catch his ski in the rut.
And I was going about 120 kilometers an hour, caught my leg in the fence, ripped it backwards. I had an open fracture of my pelvis. It was like opening a book, one of your books, and that was my pelvis basically. All my insides were torn apart. They gave me a 50-50 chance of living while I was in the hospital. I was in a coma for 5 days, 25 blood transfusions. I was really, really grim and bad.
What caused him to crash in such a gruesome and demeaning way?
The Stahlhang, that is the section I fell in, so I don't necessarily like that part of the course. It's like skiing on the back of a basketball. It goes this way. And you have to kind of manage your way all the way around it, and then there's a big fence right at the end that I ended up hitting. You have to avoid. What they've done now is put plastic on the entire fence, 15 or 20 feet high, and Bodie Miller, actually one of the U.S. skiers, Maverick from the U.S., got caught in it as well.
You fly 75 meters off the last jump, almost 80 meters at 85 miles an hour. And then you're into the finish, and it's like, you have 50,000 people right there. And I was like totally celebrating, like, woo, like fist pumping, like kicking my ski up and stuff. And everybody's like, damn, he's pretty fired up for 30th place. I got 30th.
Brian Stemmle not only survived, but regained his strength and trained hard to get back to that mountain. He was not going to let that incident dictate the rest of his life.
What I want to do in Kitzbühel when I fell there is I want to conquer that mountain again. I didn't want to be defeated by anything. I'm such a competitor in sports and anything. I'll play anybody in war right now, and I'd be really competitive. So I didn't want to be defeated by the mountain in Kitzbühel, and so I went back there after I fell, and I think it was the hardest thing that I'll ever have to do is put my poles over the starting gate and go down that course on a hill that almost killed me. And that was a death-defying experience. I made it. I was 14th. I raced there about 6 more times. I fell twice, 2 other times there.
Stemmle's courageous comeback and never give up attitude seems to be carrying on to the next generation.
I was watching, it was in the middle of the pack, and sure enough, one kid goes down, and it's my daughter. Boom, falls, and I'm like, oh gosh, taking after me. And I just was hoping she wasn't going to get trampled. But what she did was get right back up and keep going. And she didn't come crawling to me and was hurt and whatever. She just got back up and kept going. And I was proud of her for that.
Stemmle finally retired in 1999. Kitzbühel has definitely changed the path of his life's journey.